forwarded this email. Subscribe here for more. Welcome to June 25th, 2026. Dr. Alex Wisner Gross, June 25. Read in APP. Listen to post. Estrum. Ession 546. The Singularity has begun editing its own source code. A new self-harness paradigm lets an agent mine its weaknesses and rewrite its scaffolding, lifting terminal bench scores by double digits with no human engineers. The interface is racing to match it, as OpenAI's Greg Brockman previewed bidirectional voice that processes input while it speaks, and the lab shipped a warmer GPT 5.5 instant that better reads intent. Perception fuses with action, as Google bakes computer use into Gemini 3.5 Flash, so agents see and click any screen, and Crea 2 open sources Soda text-to-image. Even pricing pages turn prophetic, as new Claude Code strings hint Fable 5 returns to subscriptions. Discovery is onboarding Silicon collaborators. Ed Witten, for the first time, credited Claude Opus 4.8 with generalizing an entanglement wedge calculation. Biology is industrializing the same way, as NVIDIA's BioNeMo agent toolkit turns biomolecular models into callable skills, lifting completion to 100%. Stanford's Brian High unveiled Proto, a language composing DNA, RNA, and proteins into validated designs, and BioIQ launched leaderboards for life science and biosecurity. Thanks for reading The Innermost Loop. Subscribe for free to receive new posts and support my work. Subscribed. As the models grow, the fights over their souls intensify. XAI is leaning into video and image generation after most of Grok's traffic proved racy, while Meta quietly codes a prediction market app where Llama writes and settles the bets live. The bias question stays unsettled, as one audit found ChatGPT mostly left-leaning, Gemini neutral, and even Grok citing the left more. Trust is becoming infrastructure, as Cloudflare and the major browsers build personhood tokens to sort humans and authorize bots from malicious traffic. Even as Anthropic accused Alibaba's Quen of the largest known distillation attack, 28.8 million harvested exchanges. Frontier Labs now hire philosophers to write AI constitutions, while 2 more Gemini staffers were poached by Anthropic, whose envoy Tom Brown reportedly charmed a White House cool on Dario Amodei. Silicon is where the capital is detonating. Japan's PM Takaichi unveiled a $2.3 trillion plan to quintuple chip output, lofting the Nikkei past 72,000. Memory is the new oil, as Micron became tech's margin king at a record 84.9%, posted record revenue and a $1 trillion cap on 7x data growth, and noted a humanoid robot holds 10 times a car's memory. Inference is going custom, as Qualcomm bought Modular to challenge CUDA, and unveiled its Dragonfly C1000 CPU with Meta as first customer, while OpenAI and Broadcom taped out Jalapeno, OpenAI's first inference chip, in 9 months. The map is hardening too, as the EU signed the US-led Pax Silica Pact against China and agreed to buy $40 billion in US chips. Powering it all is an industry. Sunrun, Tesla, and Renew Home are stitching home batteries and EVs into 16 gigawatts of flexible capacity. Walmart signed its first nuclear deal, and NVIDIA-backed EcoWave Power aims to run a data center on ocean swells. Compute itself becomes tradable, as a 16Z funds ORNN to offer the first modern exchange for compute as a commodity. Cheap electrons mean cheap miles, as Bezos-backed Slate Auto opened orders for a 24,950 pickup. The machines are stepping off the assembly line. Amazon's Zoox revealed a production-intent robotaxi at $100 a week. Agility's Digit is going public via SPAC at $2.5 billion. And 1X's Bernd Bornich is open-handing NEO to developers, calling a Western humanoid platform too vital to gatekeep. We are also rewriting the wetware. Elon Musk says Neuralink may attempt brain-to-brain telepathy through latent space this year. Pharma chases subtler upgrades as Eli Lilly closed its Centessa buy, possibly betting an orexin agonist could let anyone feel rested on 4 hours sleep. Prevention is scaling too, with Stripe, Anthropic, and OpenAI backing Intercept, a $500 million push against respiratory viruses, while an AI ECG, Echo Next, caught hidden heart disease and triggered a transplant, and the FDA dropped its complaint against Whoop's blood pressure feature. Orbit is opening as a factory floor. SpaceX confirmed deployment of Starfall, a re-entry capsule that could corner global cargo return and orbital manufacturing, which rival startups cheered as proof the market is real. Payloads turn playful, as Starbase Brewing flew dozens of yeast strains and Texas bluebonnet seeds to study spaceflight. Even the oldest secrets are being pried open, as Reppers Eric Burleson is subpoenaing Post-Manhattan Project Labs, says MIT Lincoln Labs admitted holding a video file he named. And the Disclosure Forum 2026 convenes, live in the Senate today on UAPs. Meanwhile, the circle of rights is widening. Quebec's Terrasse Vaudreuil became the first Canadian town to recognize trees as living beings, granting them the right to life, to natural growth, to integrity, and to regeneration. I think that I shall never see a person lovely as a tree.